Welcome, students. Here we are in another week of online learning. This week, we're going to take all that information that we learned from the Spanish flu and Utah's role in World War I, and we are going to create a little project for a World War I project-based assessment. And then that is going to be it for World War I in Utah. Then we are going to move on to the Great Depression. So there are only two assignments due this week. Number one, World War I project-based assessment. Number two, Great Depression Edpuzzle. Most of your time this week will be spent on the first assignment, World War I project-based assessment. So let's just dive into that. That assignment is, if you click here, I updated my homepage. So instead of having the graph that has each week's stuff, I just did a little slideshow with one of my photos from around Utah, and that will have the week's work with the link there. So if you want to look through those, this is going to be this week's. What I'm recording right now will be right here. Last week is right here. The week before that was right here, and so forth. So here is where we start. And we are going to look at this project, World War I project-based assessment, which will pop up here into our Canvas page. Under this is obviously also available in modules in World War I. So when you pull it up, it'll look like that. I always recommend pulling it up into its own thing. And here it is, where this is going to be your test for World War I and Utah. So here is number one. You need to think back to the Spanish flu reading or the Edpuzzle video, and you need to tell me 5 facts from the Spanish flu. It killed 20 million people worldwide. It was highly contagious. It began, whatever. You need to find it from those few things or the things I just told you. Next up, I want you to take a look at some of these posters that were hung throughout the United States informing people about Spanish flu. So you look at those. How did the Spanish flu coming to Utah impact public life? Use these images. What are some things that it says here on how it affected people's daily lives? Give 3 examples from these 3 images, okay? Next, part 3, Spanish flu versus COVID-19. So I would like you to compare, which is point out similarities, and contrast, point out differences. Compare Spanish flu, just the Spanish, contrast just the Spanish flu. What is different about Spanish flu than was about COVID-19? And then here, compare. So here is an example. Church gatherings were canceled for the Spanish flu and COVID-19. So what are some things that were the same under compare here? And what were some things that were different? Spanish flu killed blank, COVID has killed blank, that sort of thing. So just think about that, guys. Spanish flu started blank, maybe. COVID-19 started in this place, blank. Think about that, all right? And last but not least, there is part 4. You guys are living through a historical event right now. We are all living through this historical event. So we thought it would be cool if you took a minute and recorded some stuff about it. So basically, what you are going to have to do is you're currently living through a historical event. The things you're seeing around town, the events you're being canceled, and the news are all going to be part of history classes one day. So now is your time to make history. You're going to create your own primary source that could be used when people are researching the effects of the coronavirus one day. Fill out the information below. Keep in mind that you need to describe things well so that future students can get a good idea of how the coronavirus is affecting your life today. So write a journal entry below about your life being impacted by the coronavirus. You must write at least 6 sentences. You won't get full credit unless you do everything, guys. So, talk about what life is like right now. I'll tell you, it's very boring for me. Very boring. But for real, talk about it a little bit, you know. I can't see my parents right now. I can't see my family. I was supposed to go to Nashville for a week. I couldn't do that. My sister-in-law is losing her job because she cuts hair and she can't be having people breathe in her face. I mean, think about all the things that your life has changed. You can't go to school. You're doing online school, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff. 6 sentences really is not a lot for that. So make sure you do it. Next, post a meme. Find a coronavirus meme. Literally just Google it. There are thousands. And then explain how this meme is showing what's going on. Like toilet paper. Who would have thunk that toilet paper would be in short supply because of a pandemic? This is like still weird to me. Still weird to me. But there you go. Now, lastly, and this is kind of the level 4 here, guys, in the informational graphic. You need to click on this, and there are 3 different informational graphics. You look at all 3 of them. There is 1, 2, and 3. And then you need to answer these questions below. Which one did you pick? Just write number 1, number 2, or number 3. It's fine. What information is it trying to give? What is that thing trying to say, right? And then lastly, what parts of the infographic would make people want to take it seriously? Give specific examples from your image. So there's some good examples down there. That is it. That is a test grade. Please take it seriously. Thank you. Next, click on the Edpuzzle assignment. And that is, let me just see here. When you click on it, it pulls up to be something like this. This is a longer video, 17 minutes, but there are only 2 things to do this week. So watch the video, answer the questions, and then that's going to be it this week, guys. So there are 2 assignments. There's World War I, project-based assessment, and number 2, the Great Depression Edpuzzle. And that's it. If you guys need anything from me, shoot me an email, request a conference. I'd love to just like talk to you guys. Conferences, you guys really haven't been showing up. I'll try to keep doing them. If you are interested in doing anything for those conferences, send me an email. I'd love to hear from you in any way. I hope you guys are doing great. We love you. We care about you. Make it a great day.